Okay,
Yes,
so
Aamer.
all right, thank you. Thanks for starting the recording as well. All right, so um, I'm here to tell you about AI and then data science and a lot of jargons that you might have heard about, um, like machine learning, deep learning, NLP, GenAI, Agentic AI. So many things are there, and majority of you, if I'm not wrong, coming from the non-IT background. So there will be a lot of question in your mind, and of course, a FOMO as well, thinking that you are late to join, AI industry or uh, late to get into this, or you might be having a question whether this is a right career path for you or not. Okay. So uh, on that note, let me just start with this first. There is a slight difference between AI and data science. Okay. So whatever we have in AI, that's completely part of data science. But data science is not just AI. It got a lot of other things to do with it. Okay. So first of all, let me just explain you about artificial intelligence. Okay. I generally don't prefer going with PPTs, especially in my sessions. I never go with PPTs. But just to be on track, because we got limited time and we need to cover up few important things. So for that reason, I'll be using some slides. Okay. So now I will start with the concept of artificial intelligence, the AI. Okay, this term was coined back in 1930s. Okay, I mean almost a decade back, almost a century back. Okay, by Samuel Arthur. He coined this term and he coined machine learning as well. Okay, and from there, uh, till 2000 or 2005, we have not used it much. But after that, we gradually started using this, and now in 2025, it's said to be at extremely abnormal growth. Okay, especially last 4 5 years, you might have witnessed this very well. The growth of AI, right? The ChatGPT and then a lot of LLM models. Now we are able to see how it is generating the what do you say, the videos and all, right? Um, I guess people are okay. Sabah said, "Can you present through slides?" So sure, sure. Let me do that. And this is the PPTs also I have created through LLM. Okay, there's a very good site that I generally tell to faculties to use. Okay, so huh. So yeah, I was talking about this AI, artificial intelligence. Sabah, I hope it's clearly visible now. Okay, so sorry for this. There's a bit of it's not properly aligned. I don't know why. All right. Anyway, so um, coming back to the word of AI, okay, artificial intelligence. So whatever you are seeing right now, you talk about ChatGPT or videos or audios or your images are being generated, everything a part of artificial intelligence. Okay. So what is AI? Now, what we human being have is the natural intelligence, right? And we try to mimic that into our laptop or computer, right? And that is what we call as artificial intelligence, which is not natural. Only human being got the natural intelligence, right? And then, we try to mimic the way our brain works. Okay. And what is so special about our intelligence? What is so special about our intelligence? We can react, we can think, right? And then the reaction is something that's really important. We can experience, we can remember. These are the things that we have into our intelligence, right? And the most important thing is we can predict, right? We can interpret and we can predict. So this is something that we try to mimic into artificial intelligence as well. Okay, so as I said, uh, this is something not a dummy software or something. It's gonna be an intelligent system, basically. Any intelligent system which can make decision by its own can be called as an AI system. And that's what people are misusing it a lot. Okay, they're creating a normal program and then calling that as an AI. That's not an AI. Okay, so anything which is normal. I mean, you talk about any application that you use into your mobile phone. They are dummy. They are not AI based. Okay, so what you do is you click on it. So it is like programmed to perform some specific task, and it is performing that task only. nothing new, right? If you try to do anything else, it won't be able to do that, right? So we call that as dummy softwares or dummy applications. Whereas AI is expected to do some task by its own as well. Then only we will be calling it as what? Artificial intelligence. Okay. And then Samir also has given very good definition of machine learning, which we even now, after a century, we still use that definition as the perfect definition of machine learning. Okay. So I hope you got the idea. The superset of all the technologies that you have is artificial intelligence. Everything comes under AI. Okay. And then simply what people are using is like, instead of using GenAI on NLP, they are naming it as AI because AI is something that can be understood by the native users as well. Those who don't know anything about this technology, right? So everyone knows about AI. Even our grandparents, they know there's something called as AI, right? But if we use the term NLP or deep learning, they are not the business terms. They are more of the technical jargons basically, right? But AI is more of a business term now. Okay. And in this field, we can simply call it as what? Superset. Okay. And in artificial intelligence, we have one important thing called as machine learning. Okay. Which works on your tabular data. Okay. The data which is stored into Excel or any 2D form, maybe into databases or anywhere. Okay. We call that as, tabular data. So if you're creating any predictive model, based on it, we call that as machine learning model. Now, what exactly it is? I will give an example of it. Okay. Now, right now I'm in Navi Mumbai, for example, and in Navi Mumbai, I just want to create an app to predict the price of the flats. Okay. So what I will do is I will go on a survey and will collect all the flats which were sold out in previous 3 or 4 months. I will collect like how much BHK was it, and what was the area, what was the locality, what are the amenities in the building, what is the age of the building, who was the builder, and on the basis of it, I will have one Y, that is price, saying that okay, for this many things, like for this one BHK having these amenities and everything, the price was, for example, 75 lakh. Okay. And likewise, I will collect the data. Okay. Now, this is what we have as a what? Tabular data. Okay. Data which can be stored into a table is called as tabular data. Okay. I'm just going in deep so that, people coming from non-IT can understand these jargons. Okay. And it's not something, a session where I'm going to explain you everything. Okay. But at least I want you guys to be comfortable with the jargons when you hear these terms into AI field. Okay, so like now, for example, you have collected the data of 5,000 houses there that were sold out in Navi Mumbai in last, for example, 6 months. Okay, now I will give that data to my machine learning model, and my machine learning model will learn from it. Okay, there comes the statistics and the maths which you use in machine learning. So machine learning is all maths and algorithms. Okay. So that's what you learn into it, basically. Okay. And then in short, you pick up an algorithm, you give the data to it, and it understand what exactly the data is. Okay. So it tries to find the patterns. Okay. If the area is this much, if it is 1 BHK and look at it is this, the age is this is the price. Okay. This is what it learned. And then now, for example, my model is ready. Now you want me to predict. You want the model to predict something. I will give my details now. I will say, okay, 1 BHK and this is the area, this is the locality. Tell me your predicted price. And it will predict price for me. This is what machine learning is all about. You will predict based on historical data that you have. Is that clear? So it can be anything, guys. So a lot of people created a classification predictive model to predict whether a person will have COVID or not. Okay. So they collected the sample of all the tests that happened during the COVID. Okay. So the blood test and everything, and on the basis of it, whether that person got COVID or not. Okay. So COVID, yes, or COVID, no. So on the basis of it, we fetch that to machine learning, and then machine learning model create a predictive model. Now, if a new patient comes, we will give all the details about that patient to our machine learning model, and then it will predict whether the person can have COVID or not before any test comes up. That is the beauty of what? Machine learning. Now you will say, It is exactly just like a software. Like the normal softwares do the same thing. This like, training, you are just using a word as training, right? But here is the difference, guys. Okay, now try to understand. The dummy terminals or dummy software that you create cannot do anything new by its own, right? Now just imagine I have all the, what do you say, flat prices of Navi Mumbai of 1 BHK, 2 BHK, and 3 BHK only, for example. And for example, 5,000 houses, okay? Now I got one new house, which is actually 4 BHK. My model has not seen any 4 BHK flat in the data, right? And of course, the area will be large, okay? And the building is new, for example. So the age of the building is 0. It's a new builder. The builder name will be different. Location is a completely new location. Location will be new. Even after that, our machine learning algorithm will predict the price and it will be above the 3 BHK flat that you have. Okay. So in short, your machine learning model can predict even on the data which it has not seen. But what it uses as the base is what? The data that it has seen, that you have provided to it or it has been trained on. Is that clear? So this is what machine learning is, and this is what makes it intelligent compared to the dummy thing. And if you create a software, a normal software using Java or Python, without using machine learning, then if you give 4 BHK, it will directly give an error saying that I don't know this. I have never seen a 4 BHK flat in the data that you have provided. That is the difference between a dummy software and the AI-based system. I hope you're able to relate it now. Why we call it as intelligent? Because it is able to predict the way human being predict, right? So if you know the Navi Mumbai prices of 1 and 2 and 3 BHK, and I'm asking you, I got a 4 BHK, what should be the price? Of course, you will be telling me a higher price than the 3 BHK, right? Because of your intelligence. You're using your intelligence. Same goes with artificial intelligence as well. Artificial intelligence like uses the maths, of course. Okay, it does not have intelligence the way we have. It uses all mathematical concepts, and based on it, it predicts the future. I hope you got it, guys. Okay, and apart from it, there's something called as time series as well. Like for example, right now I'm working with a client. You might be knowing the name of the company, Daikin, right? So they are AC manufacturing, and there are a lot of HVAC products that they create. They manufacture. So for them, we give them the forecast for coming months. Like for example, right now we are preparing to give them the forecast for each and every material that they produce for them for the year of 2026 and 27, and it will be month wise. So we will be giving them, okay, in Jan 2026, material M1, whatever is that material, this much will be sold out according to our prediction. So how we are doing it? They have given us the data, past data. They have given us the data of the sales of each and every material from 2012 to 2025, September. Okay. And on the basis of it, we are generating the forecast from October 2025 to December 2027. So this is what we are giving them. Now, guys, just try to relate this, okay? What is the use of this to them? And I'm a lead now. I'm a lead data scientist. So I know they are paying my company $55,000 monthly for this forecast. And of course, there are a few other projects as well, a smaller one that we do. But this numbers is something that they really depend on to do a lot of things. Okay, so I will tell you now. Just imagine, guys, you are the owner of the Daikin, and you got the numbers of sales that are expected in the year of 2025, and that too monthly for each and every material. What is the help that you will get out of it? You can do complete planning using those numbers, and that's what I can do, guys. The most important one for them is inventory management. What they do is, when we say, okay, this M1 material, for example, AC, is this AC of this particular product, you will be selling 1,000 unit of it in the month of Jan 2026. Now they will make sure that in December 2025, they only produce 1,000 unit, nothing more than that. or maybe 1,200 just to be on safer side. But they're not gonna produce 5,000, right? Because now if they produce 5,000, our accuracies are very good. 90-95% is the accuracy that we get. So they know 4,000 they will be putting up into inventory, go downs basically. So we are saving huge amount of money for them in terms of go down, right? They almost have zero inventory, guys. Whatever we say, they are able to sell out everything. So they are able to save that much of inventory cost. And then it's like the complete system is optimized. They know where to increase the price and where not to increase the price when it comes to the pricing of the products. They know how much for manufacturing of those units, how many labors are required, and to whom they can fire or to whom they can take into the company. So no one is on the bench because of those numbers. So it's like complete planning of the manager position people depends on the numbers that we give. And it's not something I'm boasting about, guys. Okay, this is what they actually do. They actually use it. I'm not bluffing. Okay, that's they clearly tell. Okay, sometimes the number goes to 80-85% and they are really worried about it. They say, okay, now we're gonna keep the inventory. Or sometimes we say like 1,000 unit will be sold out, and they get the requirement of 1,500 sometimes. So it's like 500 more is something that they are missing out now because they produce only around 1,200, right? So 300, 200 around they miss out, and then they have to tell the customers just wait for some a month or a few days at least to manufacture those. Okay, so that depends on our numbers and they expect us to be very accurate. So this was all about machine learning. I hope you're pretty much clear now what exactly machine learning means. You will be working on tabular data and you will be predicting something. You will be creating, and that thing is called as predictive model. We call that as what? Predictive model. Okay, then what happened is, and I mean, this was very famous in 2010 to 15. This was something being used everywhere in US and other places. Now it's being used everywhere in the world. Okay, but then comes the era of digital photos and audios and videos, right? So now when we got the digital image, there's a long history of it. I mean, long learning about what digital image is all about. Okay, so it's all pixels, guys. Okay, what you're seeing is all pixels. You're able to see my face, right? It's all pixels. It's not my real face, right? What you're seeing is zeros and ones only. It is being shown to you like this through the pixel values. Okay, so in short, you can use algorithms to classify the images as well. Like for example, if I give my image and I give Josefa's image, for example, it will be able to classify. Okay, this image is of Aamer and this image is of Josefa. Are you getting it? So, but your normal machine learning algorithms were not really working out with that. So people came up with, or the researchers came up with a subset of machine learning called as deep learning. Okay, so it's a part of machine learning, guys. Okay, so what you have in deep learning is, again, the algorithms, very complex algorithm compared to machine learning, and they are used for image classification and then object detection, all right, video and audio detection as well. So even if you have audio, like you record my audio and you say to my model, okay, which is trained on my voice and other people's voice, okay, whose voice is it? So it will be able to tell you, okay, this voice is of Aamer. Okay, so this is done through deep learning basically, and there we have an important concept called as artificial neural network, ANN. That's very deep, a lot of math is involved, and then you need to learn that into detail. Okay, and then I hope you got the idea. Deep learning is all about multimedia. If you want to do anything with multimedia, image, audio, video, you will be going with deep learning. Okay, ANN, and then there's a concept called as CNN that you need to use. But I hope you got the idea of this jargon, right? Deep learning, and you're clear about it. Then comes a new term called as NLP, natural language processing. NLP, natural language processing. What happened is, after getting this deep learning, we were curious to map our languages, natural languages, to the AI. And we succeeded into it. Okay. Now, the best example of NLP, and I can tell you, is Google's translator. You give something in English, it can convert into Urdu or Marathi, right? That's one example of natural language processing. So processing the natural languages is simply NL. Okay. Now, what is the use of it? And is it being used even now? Yes, we are using NLP even now. Okay. So GenAI came now, and then GenAI is the upgraded version of NLP, but NLP is still there. Okay, I'll give an example. One of my colleague, he works into Citibank. Okay, and it's an investment bank, and what they do there is they've created a sentiment analysis model. Okay, a system. Okay, what that model do? They have implemented through natural language processing algorithms. Okay, what they did is they, customer will be giving a feedback. Like you're a Citibank customer, and give some feedback to the customer. Okay, customer care or to the bank. Now they will take your comment and will fetch it to the system. Okay, sentiment system, and that system will tell your sentiment in the feedback, like whether you're happy with the overall service, whether you were neutral, or you whether you're negative. For example, you got a really bad experience, said you've written a letter or a feedback to the Citibank saying that it is the worst bank that I have ever seen, and I'm not able to withdraw money. Staff is very rude, something like that. You have given comment, right? That comment will go to the system, and system will give it a rating saying that this is extremely negative comment, the sentiment is extremely negative. Okay. And same goes with the positive as well. Okay. So, like, for example, you got a very good experience. You say, okay, Citibank is the best bank in the world, and the staff is supportive, and likewise, you're given a lot of positive feedback. Then your sentiment and his, system will tell the Citibank that, this is extremely positive comment. Is that clear? So, what is the use of it? So I asked him that, why you have created and what is the use of it to the Citibank? You know what he said? On daily basis in the world, throughout the world, they receive around 50 to 60,000 feedback from the customer. That's what Citibank receive the feedback throughout the world. And they are concerned about negative comments. They say, we want to get extremely negative comments. Why our customers are not happy with us? Get us that. Now just imagine, guys, you're running Citibank, and I'm telling you, okay, I'm an IT person, I'm giving you all 60,000 comments, read out and get the negative comments. Will you be able to do that? Of course not, right? That will take huge amount of time. We won't waste our time. Now, for that reason, Citibank uses their system, the system that they have created. And what they do is, out of 50, 60,000 comments or the feedback that they receive on daily basis, they give it to the system, and system generates or gives all the extremely negative sentiment comments. And what do they do next? Those comments, along with user details, are given to customer care, and customer care people are informed to read those comments, and call the customer and make sure that their problem is resolved. This is what Citibank is doing, guys. Just imagine the system that they're using, how good it is, right? Now you think, as a business owner, if you get something like this, don't you think that your business will grow? Of course it will grow. It will have a very good effect on your business. So there comes your NLP, okay, for sentiment analysis, to language translation, and then to extract data from your images. For all these things, we use uh, NLP. Just give me a minute, guys. I need to connect to charger. Just give me a minute. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Oh, I didn't notice. Thank God I got the notification on the laptop. That battery is. All right. So I was onto this, right? So I hope you got the idea of NLP as well, guys. Right? What exactly NLP is. So we process the natural language and try to understand what the user want to say or translate it into some other language. And then comes generative AI. So Gen AI is actually combination of machine learning, deep learning, and NLP. Three of them put together gives you generative AI. And what is generative AI? As the name suggests, guys, generative AI. We want to generate something. Now, machine learning and deep learning, if you see, I was using a word called as prediction. So they were more focused on predicting, whereas Gen AI is more focused on generating. It's also prediction only, guys. Okay. But what it is doing is it is generating the text. It is started with text actually. And now we are able to generate videos and images and then audio. There are a lot of things that we are able to generate now, all multimedia, basically. Okay. So generative AI is like, I was given a simple example where it started from. Okay. There are very initial models that we have in NLP called as RNN and then LSTM. Okay. So these models were like, even we use it now into a keyboard, keypads that we have of our mobile phones, right? So for example, I'm writing happy and there are suggestions, birthday, Eid, right? So after happy, what can be the next sentence? Right. If it is happy birthday, then birthday is generated. Are you getting it, everyone? Oh, sure, sure. I will do that. Guys, this is, I guess I did that. Next word prediction. Yeah, sure. That's what. Next word, prediction, basically, right? So when you're predicting, it's like, you're generating, basically. Okay. Now it started with one word, Shoaib, and it's now you're generating huge amount of text. Okay. So you now it transformed to something like you are giving the prompt and expecting it to generate a huge thing. Okay. Like for example, you can ask Gen AI to write a poem for you, a new poem for you. It will be able to do that for you. Now, how it is happening, guys? Let me tell you. So in deep learning, I told you there is something called as artificial neural network. Okay, artificial neural network, uh, which is just like human being, the way we think, it also thinks that way. So it's a very complex network, I would say, an algorithm. Okay, very complex, and there are a lot of concepts involved into it. So now just imagine, Shoaib, or all of you, I'm telling you, okay, to like I'm giving you 5 minutes. Just imagine. Don't think. Uh, just giving an example. If I'm telling you, I will be giving you 5 minutes and write a poem in English, a new one, something new. Of course, you will be able to do that, right? Because your brain will generate. Okay, because you got so much experience as of now in life that you know how to write a poem, and when you are saying a new poem, you know how to create it, right? You'll be using some sentences, some background, and on the basis of it, you'll be able to generate, right? Yeah. So, getting it? Same thing generative AI is doing. Gen AI models are trained on huge amount of data. The data that is completely available on internet. It's trained on that much of huge data, guys. Talk about GPT models, okay, or any OpenAI model or the Google's model. They're trained on huge amount of data, and because of it, as they are trained on the huge amount of data, they are able to do something new as well. But on the basis of the data that they have trained on, they are generating the result. Okay, that's what Gen AI is all about. Okay, I'm seeing the chats as well. Yeah, they are the foundation models. Sure. And now what happened is, it is not just to text now, guys. We trained our models on images and then videos and then audios as well. Okay, now just imagine I'm showing you a lot of videos. Okay, and then I'm asking you, okay, I'm showing you a lot of videos of action, uh, you know, of fighting, for example. And I'm telling you to generate something similar to it. You'll be able to do that, right? Because you know how fighting looks like. Same goes here as well. Oh, I'm not changing it, dear. I'm not changing it. I'm on this only. Okay. Because I'm just explaining you what Gen AI is all about. Okay. All right, and as I told you, I just have this PPT for the namesake. Okay, I just want to be on track. So for that reason, I have this, and that too I created using AI. Okay, and then this is something that I generally go with when I'm take the session, full session of data science. Okay, all right. So first, let me just show this one. Okay, so I hope you got the idea of GenAI, everyone. Okay, so now as we have models which are trained on images, videos, and audios, we are able to generate videos, audios, and also the images. Okay, so there are a lot of models that we have now. Now, coming to the last jargon that you might have seen. Okay, and then we'll come to data science. Agentic AI. Okay, so agentic AI, this comes from the agent. Agent is a robot, basically, something that can perform tasks autonomously without being again trained, or that can perform one complete task for you. That is what we call it as what agent. Okay, so from that we have agentic AI. So it's GenAI only, but lot of things put together creates agentic AI. I will give an example. Recently, I've created an agentic AI application, and what it do? Let me explain you. So we've created an AI agent bot. Okay, so what it's gonna do is, we created for one company, electronic manufacturing company, and what they want is, like for example, they want to know about the finance data. Okay, so they will just put up a query saying, I want to know all the transaction happened between 1st of October to 15th of October. Okay, this is what the prompt is. Then what my model will be doing is, first LLM model. Okay, what it will be doing is understanding the prompt, and it will create an SQL query. Okay, to get the data from the database. It's a bit tricky for non-IT people. I'm just telling you. In short, it will create a query that will fetch the data from the database. Okay, of 1st October to 15 October, all the transactions. Okay, so this is first model doing. Now, second model will take this data and will create charts of it. Bar chart, pie chart, whatever chart is possible among using those columns, it will create those charts. And the third one is again taking the table that is being generated, that is being taken out from the database, and creating the insight, giving the insights about it. Insights like, after seeing the data, it will tell, okay, this customer has bought most of the, or performed most of the transaction. This was the highest sale transaction happened. There are negative transactions as well. So after seeing the data, the third model is doing what? The automation, or simply giving me the insights. You see, there are three things happening. One is taking out the creating the SQL query and then taking out the data. Second model is generating charts. Third model is generating the insights. So these three things put together is creating one autonomous system. And this is what we can simply call as what? Agentic AI. Okay. Matullah Hussaini, it's simply like, okay, with drawing, I can show you. It's like, you have multiple system puts together through simple flowchart or something, a diagram I can show you. So generally what a misconception that people have in mind is agentic AI is about robots. No, of course, a robot can be called as agentic AI, but it's not always a robot. It's simply two or more models of GenAI put together. That's it. That can do multiple tasks simultaneously. Okay, yeah. So I'm just putting up that show. So now, so one model is doing something, and the result of it is being given to the second one. The case that as I was talking about. Okay, so we are generating the first. We are taking out the data. So first model is doing that part, and then second model is generating the chart, and the third model is generating the insights of the data. Generally, for new users or people new to IT, we give an example like a robot creating or making tea for you. So what it will do is, it will do a lot of things together. You will just give it a command that make a tea for me. So that robot will go and will first take out the bowl, and put milk on it, and then put tea and sugar and let it boil for some time, and then it will filter it out and give it to you. So this complete system, right, is what agentic AI is all about. But in practical, as of now, we are not doing a lot of things into robotics, guys. Okay, data science field is very limited to robotics for now. Japan is the only country who's leading it. Otherwise, we are in a position where we are making the softwares only through agentic AI. Of course, we can. Of course, in the future, you will see a lot of robots coming up, and they are performing the same task that we have talked about. Okay, so I hope you got the idea of agentic AI. Again, guys, frankly speaking, agentic AI is a buzzword, just like AI, just to show to the world they were not convinced with GenAI, so they said agentic AI. It's a big business term again to sell the product. Frankly speaking, this is what people do in industry. Okay, so especially people, sales and marketing, and then the CEOs, CTOs, they use this term. Okay, so of course, if they are using multiple GenAI models, we can call that as what agentic AI in simple terms. Okay, so which a system which can perform two or more things for you simultaneously and can cover up some sort of task for you is called as agentic AI. Is that clear? I'm just coming to that, Samir. Just hold on, okay? All right. So far so good, guys. Any question? If you have, you can ask me. Uh, Anything related to machine learning, deep learning, NLP, Gen AI, agentic AI that you didn't understand, or the jargons are clear? I wanted you guys to be clear with these jargons. Next time you hear it, you should know. In talking about machine learning, it's about tabular data. Talking about deep learning, it's all about images and all. And if someone is talking about classification of text or sentiment analysis, it's about NLP. So far, so clear. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Rauf. All right. So now, next thing is, guys, how to get into it. And for the most important question, okay, just one. Let me just cover up one thing, and then I will come to this. The most important part, I would say, that you're waiting for. Okay, why do we need it, and how to get into it, and then if you're coming from non-IT, can you enter into it, and do you need to go for any sort of certification or course or diploma courses? I'll be coming to that as well. Okay. All right. So now coming to the last jargon word, that is data science. Okay, data science, simple term, science about the data. That's it. You're talking about data and you will apply some science on it. Simple. And when you apply science on data, it becomes data analysis. You're analyzing the data and you are doing something with the data. Simple. Okay. We call that as what? Data science. So in data science, we got three important fields, guys. Computer science and IT, and then maths and statistics, and the domain knowledge. Okay. Now, for you guys who are especially from non-IT, believe me, we are fortunate. I'm a computer engineer. We are fortunate that this field comes to us. People think that this is all about computer engineering. It has nothing to do with computer engineering. It's just that, few tools are there, and then the coding has to be done into some coding language. For that reason, people think that it's part of computer engineering. Data science is 70% maths and 30% all other thing. Of course, the computer science and IT. So if you're able to learn Excel, Power BI, and then Python language, right? That is like more than enough for you. You don't have to learn anything of computer science. Okay, and of course, SQL, how to get the data from the database. That's it. Nothing else is required of the computer science field, guys. Okay, so you need to learn these tools. This is one part, but the most important part is math and statistics. That's cover up your 70%. Complete machine learning, complete statistics, complete analysis of data, complete deep learning, complete NLP, complete GenAI, complete power, your agentic AI, all maths and statistics. When I say this, students say, "Humse na ho payega." We know how our math was, right? My M2 in engineering was on Golden. Somehow I was able to clear it. I got 2 times KT. Okay, M1 was the only subject that I was able to clear it in the first. M2 got KT, M3 got KT, M4 also KT. Okay, but here I am as a data scientist now. Okay, so I will tell you. Now, whenever we have learned maths and statistics, guys, we have learned it for the sake of giving the exam and we never implemented it. But when we learn it for data science, believe me, each and every concept, right from mean, median, mod, the difference between them. We talk about standard deviation. Each and every algorithm and each and every formula of maths that we use in data science is directly useful, and then you can see the results of it as well. Okay, so if standard deviation is this, what is the meaning of it? You will be able to relate. There comes the difference. You will start loving maths and statistics suddenly, guys. It used to be, I mean, it was for me. I'm not sure. You guys will be better than me for sure in maths and statistics, but I was very bad. And, when I started back in 2016, I thought of, going against my choice. I thought of getting into data science field. So, the reason was I wanted to teach this, okay? And when I started with the first algorithm of machine learning, and I started with NPTEL course of some good IIT professor, and believe me, I didn't understand anything in first 2-3 sessions. Then I understood, I have to learn maths and statistics if I go if I want to go into data science field. Then I bought 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 standard books, guys. Okay, I got those books, and then I started learning from that. I started with y equals to mx plus c, and I just went on into detail of it. Okay, just give me a minute. I just got a call. All right. Okay. Towards the end, I need to send you the form as well. Just hold on for some time. I'll be sending that. Joseph, I'll be sending that. Just hold on for some time. All right. So, I started with that, guys. And then, even then, I was not able to understand. But when I started implementing it and started realizing the use of that concept, what is the median? Okay, why do we have median when we already have mean as central tendency value? When we know average, what was the requirement of median? When I understood this, then I realized how beautiful the median is and why do we have it? Okay. And same goes with all the concepts of maths and statistics that we use into machine learning, deep learning, NLP, and GenAI. Okay. So we will be of course, you need to learn that in detail with clear understanding, and then you have to apply that. And only then you will be able to become a good data scientist. Okay. And you can do that, guys. You can easily do that. Okay. So I hope you got the idea. Second important part is math and statistics. And third important is the domain knowledge. Here comes the difference between non-IT and IT people, guys. Okay. Like if you're able to learn Power BI, SQL, and these things, and you have learned math and statistics, machine learning, and you are coming from BCom background, and I am a computer student, B computer. Okay. Someone is saying something. All right. Okay. So now, guys, just imagine if a bank want to hire, okay, or the investment bank want to hire a person to understand the finances. Do you think that he will go with a B computer or a BCom student who knows data science? Of course, he will go with a BCom student with good knowledge of the banking system, right? Same goes with, I have pharmaceutical student, BPharm student. They learn the data science and they become the data scientist in Cipla company. They went on with Cipla company, a bot company. They hire data scientists and they prefer people coming from the pharmaceutical background because they understand their business. A computer need to understand their business first before applying maths and statistics and computer that it has learned. Here comes the difference, guys. Got it? So believe me, for data science, non-IT, your own sector prefer you. So always go with your first, your sector. And then, IT companies are completely open. They don't care about whether you're coming from the computer background or whatever background you're coming from. They will hire you if you know maths and statistics very well, machine learning very well. Okay. So still there is a gap between supply and demand. Okay. So if there is a job, there are a lot of people applying. I'm not saying that, people are not applying, but quality people are less. In my company, we are still looking for people, those who are, good with machine learning. My company almost sought out around 300 candidates, and they hired 5 only as of now, saying, rest don't know machine learning. So there is still a gap. I have interviewed few people last week, guys. They were BE in AI from Mumbai University, BE in data science from top universities. They were not able to answer me basic question of machine learning. No one gonna hire you if you don't know machine learning. Okay, there won't be even a single question based on Python or Excel, guys. Okay, you need to learn it to implement. Of course, there will be question based on Power BI and SQL, but there will be really limited question. The question, 90% question completely will be based on machine learning. Is that clear? So, all right. Sher Khan has asked a very good question. Okay, I'm coming through that, Sharia. Okay, so, if you talk about my students, majority of the students are from BCom, pharmaceutical background, and they are from mechanical and civil engineering. Okay, because I mean, whenever I take corporate training or this, majority of the students are from non-IT only, because IT people, they are not really comfortable with maths and all, guys. Frankly speaking, they are very good with development of websites and application. They're happy with it. Very few like me comes to this. Okay, so now what happens with mechanical and civil students is their analytical skill is damn good. In 4 years, they have learned that. Even even for the sake of giving the papers, if they have learned a lot of good things. I know Tom Som, a lot of things you have learned, right? So they were very tough subjects. So your analytical skill is damn good. So for you, learning machine learning is very easy. It is very easy for a mechanical engineer, electrical engineer, civil engineer to understand machine learning than a computer engineer, because you guys, your mind is an analytical mind, basically. After doing 4 years, of course, your mind becomes analytical mind, basically, which is way better than of the computer. So sure, Adnan, I will be okay. And you can see my LinkedIn ID is given in the in your form that from where you have got this link, right? So you can connect with me there as well, and I'm there to help you out. And I love to interact with students and people and guide them. Okay, so coming back, I hope you got the idea of data science, everyone. Math and statistics and computer and domain. Now, coming to the next thing, do you need any classes for this? If you ask me, guys, bluntly, I'm telling you, you don't require any classes. Though, I have my own classes, and then my own institute. I do teach a lot of training. But if you ask me, my first take is always, you don't require anyone. You got laptop, you got internet, you got enough resources. One thing that can put you back is yourself. If you are not able to push yourself, then you need someone to push you, okay, or to teach you. Okay, so there are a lot of courses. Ask ChatGPT. You can get it from Udemy, YouTube. Start with YouTube. Start learning Python, Excel, right? And then from there you can start. Okay, and of course I started doing that, guys. And in between I got my PhD work, so I was not able to complete the YouTube series, but I have got. I'm not really promoting it here. I never promoted that, but I wanted to complete that course. But there I explained Python completely, the basics of Python. So I generally tell my students, go and learn that. If you think that you're comfortable with this, then come back. And then I will be giving you more resources for machine learning and all. Okay. But again, I'm telling you, you need to be you need to make math and statistics your friend. Then only you'll be able to become a good data scientist. Otherwise, you won't be able to. Clear? Um, I will do that, Rafat. Okay. So you can just search Aamer Simplified Learning Studio. I'm not really here to promote it. Okay. Let me just first, I'm almost done with my PhD. It's about like next month, I will be having my defense, inshallah. After that, I have a plan. I have got a setup of recording as well. So I'll be putting up that. Okay. Inshallah. I'll be doing that. But yeah, through this webinar, I just wanted you to be clear with what exactly data science is all about. And second important thing is get into this field, guys. It is very, very beautiful field, I would say, and it suits us. Okay, we got a very good mind, right? And then I want our people to be there into this field. I'm ready to help as many people as possible. Of course, my students are of all the religions, but when I'm going with MFIRD, I just wanted to tell you that, get into this field. It's not a bubble. A lot of people are saying that's AI bubble, it's gonna go bust. People are saying since last 5 years, and you're seeing what we have witnessed in last 5 years. There are a lot of things still gonna come up. Okay. I was just reading one article. I will be just sharing that. Just give me a minute. I have got that on my WhatsApp chat. Just give me a minute. Meanwhile, I'm gonna send you one form, guys. Please do fill that. Just give me a minute. I'm sharing that as well. So Rafa, just search Simplified Learning Studio and you'll be getting that. Okay. And then, of course, you might have got my LinkedIn ID already. One article I was just going through today. Let me share that. Okay, this is the article of some UK newspaper, and this is what they said, guys. You can just learn, okay? A new, I'm just reading a few initial lines. A new wave of brain-inspired AI promises, promises something bolder. System that learn on the fly, conserve energy, and adapt like our own mind. So, guys, we are about to witness something which is way better than the chat GPT. This is a new technology coming up after GenAI. It is expected to hit the world soon in a year. Okay. And this is something that will integrate with robots in the near future. So this field is still at very, very initial research state, guys. Okay. So what we are now able to see is 10% or 15% of the research only, guys. And it still got a lot of things to do, a lot of things gonna come up into this. Okay. And as it is progressing, guys, if it is with good people, good people will do good things, bad people will do bad things, and you're witnessing that as well, right? The drones that countries are using to destroy the countries, you're able to witness that what Israel did, right? So they're using the technology to the bad. Okay, so it depends, like whenever technology will come, it will be used for good as well as for bad. Okay, and we need to make sure that we use it for the best. Okay, Aisha, I've got a question from Aisha. Okay, I just need to see questions. Okay, just hold up. Anything that you understand as of now, please tell me, so that I can just explain it. This is what I wanted to tell you in today's session. I just wanted to clarify all the things, and then also, like, is it for non-IT? Absolutely. Data science is all about non-IT people. In industry, I can say 70%, more than that, people are from the non-IT background. Okay, let me just take one question at a time. A permutation calculation competencies required in addition to statistics, not much. Not much, Ahmed. Okay, if you know the basics of calculus and all, that's like more than enough. Okay, don't learn anything extra which is not required in machine learning and stats. Okay, machine learning and deep learning. If I need to build my own AI model, how I can do that and integrate with app. Okay, so Bilal, what you need to do is you need to learn the Python programming very well. And what you can do is with your app, if you want to integrate, there is a technology called as Edge AI. Okay, so through that Edge AI technique, you can integrate your AI app to your mobile phone. And of course, you can directly create a website, a web app basically. Okay, and integrate that as front end and your machine learning model as back end, and then you can also create using that. How far can we use AI for mobile automation? That's what I was talking about, Aisha. So there's a new technology came, AI for mobile phones especially, and we call that as Edge AI. Okay, so you're able to do all the automation, all the things through your mobile phone using the Edge AI technology. Okay, is it true that AI is increasingly performing many tasks traditionally done by a data analyst? Of course, yes, Adil. Okay, near future, you will see, you will be just putting up a prompt in Power BI. It will be generating a complete dashboard for you. Okay, that's absolutely correct, Adil. How AI is useful in analytical and aerospace engineering. Osman, for all the automation related to tasks that you do in aeronautical and aerospace, it is being handled by AI now. You see self-driving car, right? Later on in future, you'll be able to see, the aeroplanes which are driven by or, fly by the robots, okay, or AI systems. What difference between data analyst and a data scientist? Superb, a nice question. So guys, see, I was talking about these are the two big designations that we have. Okay, data analyst and data scientist. Now I told you that we need data, right? To do anything in data science, we need data first, and that's historical data basically. Now just imagine, again, giving the example of Daikin only. Okay, so Daikin has given us data from 2012 to 2025. Now we are analyzing the past data. Okay, we are analyzing how it looks like. Okay, and we are saying, okay, in the month of 2016, in the month like June 2016, it was the highest sale, and you got the worst sale in this. You got the best profit in this month of this year, or this year was the best year. This year you got the negative profit. So you're analyzing the past. That is the work of data analyst basically. Okay, through charts, through dashboards, beautiful dashboard in Power BI, and then Tableau or Power BI, any of the tool, you can create the analysis report. That is the work of a data analyst, Sharyar. Okay, Sharyar. I hope I'm naming your name correctly. Okay. Whereas, to become a data analyst, you don't require machine learning. You require statistics, you require Excel, Power BI, and SQL. That's like more than enough. But I would recommend, of course, you need to learn this thing to become a data scientist. But a data scientist is a data analyst by default. Plus, he is also a person who can create predictive models. Okay, now the second part, the main part of our main work of a data scientist is to create predictive model. Like I was telling you, right? I got a data from 2012 to 2025. Now I will create a predictive model which will forecast 2026 and 2027 values of each and every product. So that is a predictive model, right? And that is the work of a data scientist. Okay. So become a data scientist now. Specifically in flights. So again, Usman, anything that can be automated or where you require intelligence that can be handled through artificial intelligence, and then we can do it. Okay. And frankly speaking, I'm not really much aware about aeronautical engineering, so I can't really tell you in depth of like what exactly can be the use of it. Okay. How is going to help for testing field? Farzana, see, when you are doing testing, you're doing some task, right? And after, on the basis of some tasks, you're generating result. And that result, you will see, and on the basis of it, you will generate the report of the testing, right? So this complete task can be automated by the LLM. You will train the LLM model that way, okay? Just give me a minute. Just a minute. Right. I'm taking more questions now. So Farzana, I hope you got it, right? So it will take over a lot of things. Okay. Just a minute, guys. All right. So Bilal has asked a question. Where do we deploy AI models? Okay. So AI models can be deployed on any cloud platform, Bilal. And when you talk about our forecast, Daikin, right? They want it into Excel. So we have created a model in offline mode only into Jupyter Python code. We run it. We create an Excel file of prediction and we send it to them. And one of the model like GenAI model, we deployed on Azure. Okay. So you can go with either of it, like, or depending upon the situation. You can deploy it on your own servers or on the cloud platform, or locally you can have it as well. Memuna has asked kindly advice for good AI course for certification, beginner to expert. Again, see guys, there are a lot of diploma courses from IITs. They are not from the IITs actually. Some third party company or institute, they tie up with them and they give it, okay, the certification. So if you ask me, majority of them are not really useful because they don't teach the way they should teach. Okay, Memuna. So Memuna just messaged me on LinkedIn. I got few courses like from where I have learned. Okay, to start with, of course, you can start with Krishnayak YouTube channel, and then there are many. Just search on Google. But if you want to know from where I have learned it from one of the Udemy course. Okay, so the name of the author is or the speaker is Jitesh Kukeria. He's a trainer. He's a very good trainer. Jitesh Kukeria. I have learned from his courses, and of course, I've learned it from one of the faculty where I used to work. His name is um, Bhupesh Deheria, and there was one more faculty for IIT. So from there, I have learned statistics, basically statistics and machine learning. Okay, so but yeah, Memona, I will be for sure helping you out. Okay, I am L1 support lead. If I want to switch to AI, what will be my path, way to learn, and what is the easy way for automation through Python? Okay, Abdul Karim Bhai has asked a question that is at L1 support lead. So he's already into some managerial role, right? So for people, those who got a lot of experience already, of course, this field is for you as well. Okay, I mean, I started this way only. I become a lead data scientist first, and then right now it's like I'm handling the project. I'm a project manager sort of thing, now. So you need to learn the overview of Abdul Alim Bhai. You don't need to be learn all the things the way a newcomer data scientist need to learn. Okay, just learn algorithms and then how to create dashboard and all. Get those information and then you can become a project manager into a company, in any company basically. Okay, and then your expertise of project management will come into picture along with your knowledge of data science. Ultimately, you will not go as a fresher data scientist. Okay, specifically, I'm telling for you, and of course, uh, you need to learn dashboarding. That's something that really fascinates the managers. Okay. Do you think LLM-based AI apps can replace traditional machine learning work since client can now just provide the data and get insights directly? It's not that simple, Shoaib. Okay, I'll give an example. Okay, we have created a anomaly detection model for a company. Okay, so see, people have a misunderstanding that LLM can predict. LLM cannot predict. If I have given a data, LLM cannot predict anything on of it. LLM can only generate. That's it. Okay. If data contains your anomalies as well, data on that bit, it will be able to tell you. But I can't really give data and say, okay, create a predictive model and give me the prediction of anomalies. It can't do that. 100% can't do that. So for that, you need machine learning. So to create any predictive model, you need machine learning. LLM is totally based on creating the or generating the text on. Okay. So it's not gonna replace machine learning. Traditional machine learning is still there and it will be there for long. How about cybersecurity aspects of AI? Any standard and course or which could be beneficial for learning? Ram, there are very good use of cybersecurity. Okay, I mean, uh, you're saying that the tools that you used to use, Kali Linux and all, they're being replaced with AI tools now. Okay, and then Ram, again, just message me on LinkedIn. I will do some research because right now I'm not into cybersecurity, but I have few good trainers I know. I will ask them like this question to them, like what can be the course that you can do to use AI into cybersecurity. Okay, just message me on LinkedIn and I'll be telling you this. Okay, are probability calculus competencies required in addition to? I've taken this question, I guess. What motivated you to enter this field? Well, Rafat, I love teaching, frankly speaking. Okay, I'm still a teacher. In the morning, I've taken a session. In the night, I still have a session, right? So I love teaching. And I saw this thing coming up in the future, right? I used to be a very good trainer of Java. I'm OCJP certified. And then, in Mumbai, I've taken lot of courses at different places like Dadar, Thane, Panvel. At different places, I used to take C classes as well. Okay, and there used to be 25, 30 students in one single batch. And then I used to take crash courses of it, right? So I understood, I estimated that machine learning is something that's going to come in the future. So I started learning Python and machine learning. I've taken a lot of training of it, like more than 45 times. I taught this and to more than 2,000 students by now. Okay. So after spending time, like 2016 to 2021, I've created the models. I used to work as freelancer. I used to teach a lot. But then I thought, why not to implement industry level project? And for that reason, I jumped to industry and I joined findability sciences. And then recently I got selected into a company. It's island-based company where I will be working as a senior research data scientist. So my work is now completely based on research, Rafat. So thanks for asking that question. We are unable to connect with you, message you on LinkedIn. Any reason? Um, we're unable to connect with you or message you on LinkedIn. Why it's happening? A lot of people connected me already. I can see. I got your request, Uzma. I have accepted your request. Okay. You can discuss me on anything on LinkedIn now. I really don't mind giving the phone number as well, guys, but a lot of time, a lot of people just put it at here and there, and there people start bothering. Okay. If you might need my number, you can ask me on LinkedIn, I'll be giving you, not a big deal. Yeah, I accepted everyone's request, Adnan. And I'm totally open to connect with you on WhatsApp and guide you guys as well. Okay. And if you are curious enough, do it by yourself. Doesn't require anyone's help. Okay. And for sure I'll be guiding you. It's just that you need to give a lot of time. Okay. Just hold on, guys. I need to again. I'm giving you the link again. Again, it's a feedback form. Uh, I request all of you to please fill that so that MFIRD can use it. And I also want that to see the comments, whether you really like the session or not. And of course, now I'm there to help you out till I am alive. Okay. So anytime you can connect, and if you have any doubt related to AI or data science, I'm there to help you out. Just give me a minute. This already, Josefa has filled up pasted a form. I request every one of you. Okay, Josefa is given to me. Oh, just give me a minute. Let me just reshare it. There are a lot of people, like a lot of questions that people have asked. So let me put up here. Here's the form, guys. You can fill up the form. Okay. I really enjoyed interacting with you all. And if you need any help, I will be there to help you out. Sometimes my responses will be a bit delayed because I might be busy in some work, guys, but for sure I will reply you. That's it from my side, Sevai. Over to you now. Sevai, are you there? Sure, Shoaib. Inshallah, I will be taking up. All right, I think, Huzefa, do you need to say something? Or anyone have any question? I'm done from my side. If not, then we'll stop for the day. Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot for joining and listening to what I said. Okay, I got a question. Is it meant to learn Python SQL too? Yes, Sharia, you need to because you will be implementing everything in Python. And what you need, why you need SQL is you working as a data scientist need to retrieve data from the databases. So for that reason, you need your host number. You can stop the series. Stop this. Okay. I'm just taking up the question. If there is any question, I will be taking up. Okay, so if I then we need to go into data science. Of course, Adil, that's what I said. Get into data scientist role. Thank you, Nazia. And thank you, everyone. I'm just stopping the session. Thanks a lot. Bye, everyone. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum. Danan, Java is not required as far as data science field is concerned. Okay. If you want to become an application developer, you can go with Java, but not for data science. Thank you, Imran. Thank you, everyone.